Human rights groups estimate that as many as 300,000 children are serving as soldiers somewhere around the world. The African nation of Uganda is one of the places where children have been abducted and forced to fight. KTVU's Craig Heaps recently traveled to Uganda as the guest of the international relief agency World Vision, and in tonight's segment 2, he has the story of Uganda's children of war.
These are the faces of Uganda's children of war, boys and girls as young as 7 or 8 years old, taken from their villages at gunpoint by anti-government rebels, snatched from the safety of their parents' arms. Most of the boys become soldiers. The rebels, who call themselves the Lord's Resistance Army, abducted Lawrence when he was 9 and held him for 3 years. Now at age 12, he can disassemble an AK-47 like a man.
Did you have to shoot a gun, shoot at other people?
In the course of fighting, I just shoot guns, but I don't know whether it killed people or not.
The girls, particularly the teenagers, are raped and given as sex slaves to rebel commanders. Grace was only 13 years old when she was taken. She cannot forget the man who kept her as a wife for the past 2 years.
I hate that man, and if I could see him, he would be killed. Then I asked him, who would kill him? I would kill him.
Over the last 14 years, anti-government rebels have abducted more than 10,000 children out of villages like this one in northern Uganda. They are then taken into the bush where the rebels steal their childhood and their innocence from them. Their stories have been confirmed by the United Nations and an alliance of human rights organizations, including Amnesty International. In the chaos of a shooting war, many of the children have escaped. The Ugandan army gathers them up and treats them in its own barracks until it can hand them over to non-government organizations such as the international relief agency, World Vision. World Vision has set up a rehabilitation center here in the northern Uganda city of Gulu, where over the past 5 years, 5,400 children have arrived wounded, depressed, and deeply traumatized. The Lord's Resistance Army, the rebels, forces the children to walk barefoot for miles to their camps across the border in Sudan. Those who cannot keep up are often killed, sometimes by other children.
I was to beat the people, other children who were abducted.
And if you didn't do that, what would happen?
I would have been killed.
If they told you to do something, if you refuse, they will beat you, or sometimes they will kill you.
These children are forced to kill their peers. Yeah, they have to kill their fellow children. Some of them have to drink the blood, human blood. See, at times a child will be forced to drink the urine.
They are so malnourished and wasted, and you see gunshot wounds, very infected and dirty.
Nurse Josephine Onek's handwritten medical records filled 20 volumes along her office wall. Her job is to nurse the children back to physical health, but the psychological healing may be even tougher.
A boy who have seen a mother and father being murdered when you are seeing, or you are forced to kill your own brother, you are forced to kill your own sister. You can imagine what comes out of these children.
In group counseling sessions, the children sing a song that says, "I suffered so much in the war, it was only God who delivered me." The leader talks of forgiveness. Florence Lacour counsels young people one-on-one. This boy says he can never forgive the rebels who killed his parents right in front of him. Forgiveness is a lesson Florence has had to learn herself. Her own 17-year-old daughter was abducted 4 years ago. Florence has not seen her since.
When I sleep, sometimes I dream I'm talking to her, but I forgave them. I even forgave the rebel leader. I think by forgiving, released the pain that is within me.
There are so many, World Vision can keep each child only 45 days. Some find family waiting to greet them when they come home. An uncle and grandmother waited for 12-year-old Yefes, whom they had not seen since his abduction 3 months before. But for others, the future looks dim. They've missed years of school. Their parents have been killed. Their bodies have been maimed. Some girls have given birth.
And when they tell you how they got that pregnancy, some of them don't even know the father of the baby. And they produce these children, sometimes they don't even want to touch them.
Many girls and boys have sexually transmitted diseases, including AIDS. And we were told an estimated 4,000 abductees remain in the rebel camp in Sudan, still waiting to come home. While those who have look for a normal life again. In Gulu, Uganda, Craig Heaps for Segment 2.